That is the part most car owners never connect. They check tire pressure only when the warning light appears, or they keep using the same number for months, thinking the only risk is uneven tire wear. But every time the pressure is wrong, the tire changes how bumps, potholes, road cracks, and vibration travel into the shocks, struts, bushings, control arms, and steering parts. In the next 13 minutes, you'll see why a small pressure mistake can make a car feel older, rougher, noisier, and more expensive to maintain long before anything looks broken. Quick question before we start. Do you check your tire pressure with a real gauge, or do you usually wait for the dashboard warning light? Let me know down below, because the first thing to understand is simple. Your suspension is not the first part of the car that meets the road. Number 11. Your tire is the first shock absorber. A lot of drivers think the suspension starts with the shock absorber or strut. But before any suspension part moves, the tire already reacted to the road. Every bump, pothole, expansion joint, rough patch, and small crack touches the tire first. When pressure is correct, the tire flexes in a controlled way. It softens part of the impact, spreads the load across the tread, and sends a more manageable force into the suspension. That is exactly why the vehicle feels stable, smooth, and predictable when tire pressure is right. When the pressure is wrong, that first layer of protection changes. The tire may become too stiff, too soft, or uneven compared to the other tires. Now the suspension is no longer receiving the kind of impact the engineers designed it for. The shocks and bushings still do their job, but they start working with bad information from the tire. That is why this topic is not just about tire life. Tire pressure quietly decides how much punishment reaches the suspension in the first place. And once that first cushion changes, the same road can suddenly hit your car in a completely different way. Number 10. The pothole that hits harder than it should. Two cars can hit the same pothole and react completely differently. One makes a dull thump and keeps going. The other feels like the impact went straight through the dashboard. The road did not change. The way the tire handled the impact did. If the tire is overinflated, it becomes stiffer and less forgiving. Instead of bending slightly around the edge of the pothole, it passes more of the force directly into the wheel, strut, control arm, and bushings. That sharper hit may not break anything immediately, but repeated impacts slowly add up. If the tire is too low, the problem is different. The sidewall flexes too much, the tire deforms more than it should, and the suspension has to control extra movement after the impact. So one mistake sends sharp force into the suspension, while the other creates extra motion. The suspension must calm down. That is why pothole damage is not always about the pothole alone. Tire pressure changes how violent the hit becomes before the suspension ever gets involved. And sometimes the most dangerous pressure mistake is the one that feels comfortable at first. Number 9. The smooth ride trap. A slightly underinflated tire can make the ride feel softer. Small bumps feel less harsh. Road texture seems less noticeable. The vehicle may even feel more relaxed during slow city driving. That is why many drivers ignore low pressure longer than they should. But that comfort is not free. A tire that is too soft flexes more on every turn, dip, stop, and bump. That extra flex creates movement the suspension has to control again and again. The shocks and struts are now dealing with extra tire motion that should not be there. Over time, the car may begin to feel loose, floaty, or less controlled. It may not feel broken, but it stops feeling tight. Drivers often blame weak shocks, aging suspension, or bad roads, when the pressure mistake has been making those parts work harder for months. The smooth ride can be a disguise. It feels pleasant at first, but underneath the car, the suspension is cleaning up extra motion every mile. And if softness can hide one problem, sharper steering can hide another. Number 8. The sharper steering mistake. Some drivers add extra air because the car feels better afterward. The steering feels quicker. The vehicle reacts faster. The tires feel firmer. At first, it can feel like the car suddenly became more precise, but that sharper feeling can be misleading. The tire is flexing less, which means it is also absorbing less. Small road impacts that should be softened by the tire now travel more directly into the suspension. The cabin may feel busier, the road may sound louder, and the vehicle may feel harsher over broken pavement. The damage does not happen from one drive. It comes from repeated sharp impacts. Strut mounts, bushings, control arms, and steering joints feel those impacts thousands of times. The owner may think the car feels sporty, but the suspension is taking a harder beating than necessary. This is why more pressure is not automatically better. A tire can feel responsive while quietly making the rest of the car absorb more shock. But the situation gets even more confusing when only one tire is wrong. Number 7. The one low tire problem. A vehicle does not need all 4 tires to be badly inflated for the suspension to suffer. Sometimes one tire being a few pounds lower than the rest is enough to change how the car behaves. That one corner now sits slightly differently. It may carry load differently during braking. It may react differently in turns. It may create more rolling resistance than the others. From the driver's seat, the change can feel small, but the suspension feels it constantly. This is where the car may start feeling uneven. The steering may not feel centered. The vehicle may feel slightly heavier on one side. It may seem less stable on the highway. And because the tire does not look flat, many drivers never suspect pressure. One low tire can make the suspension work unevenly without triggering immediate panic. It is a small imbalance, but the car has to compensate for it every mile. And that tiny difference is exactly why some owners start chasing alignment problems that may not actually exist. Number 6. The fake alignment problem. A slight pull does not always mean the alignment is bad. Sometimes the car pulls because one tire is simply not carrying pressure like the others. Pressure affects the shape of the tire's contact patch. If one tire is lower, it grips and rolls differently. The vehicle may begin drifting, the steering wheel may feel slightly off, or the car may feel less settled during lane changes. To the driver, it feels like an alignment issue. The expensive part is that many people pay for checks or repairs before doing the simplest thing first. A proper pressure check on all 4 tires can sometimes explain symptoms that feel much more serious. It only takes a few minutes, but it can save unnecessary guessing. The rule is simple. Before blaming alignment, suspension, or steering parts, confirm the tire pressures are correct and even. A car cannot drive straight if the tires are not supporting it evenly. And if one tire can confuse the diagnosis at home, a routine tire service can create the same problem if one step is missed. Number 5. The tire rotation mistake. Tire rotation is supposed to help tires last longer, but it can create a strange handling change if pressure is not adjusted afterward. Many vehicles do not use the exact same pressure in front and rear tires. The front may carry more engine weight, while the rear may need different pressure depending on design and load. When tires are rotated, they change positions. But if the pressures stay exactly where they were before, the vehicle may leave the service bay with the wrong pressure in the wrong place. The tires were rotated, but the pressure setup was not completed. That is why some cars feel different after a tire rotation. The steering may feel heavier. The rear may feel firmer. The ride may feel slightly off. The owner assumes the rotation changed something mechanically, when the real issue may be pressure placement. A rotation is not fully finished until the pressures match the new tire positions. This matters because the suspension depends on balanced support from all 4 corners. And if practical car videos like this are useful to you, consider subscribing because there's a lot more coming that can help you avoid expensive repairs and keep your car driving smoother for years. Now the same pressure mistake becomes even less forgiving when the vehicle itself is heavier. Number 4. Why heavy vehicles suffer faster. SUVs, trucks, crossovers, and electric vehicles are harder on tires and suspension because they carry more weight. That extra weight changes everything. The tires support more load, the suspension controls more mass, and every bump sends more force through the vehicle. If pressure is slightly wrong on a small car, the effect may be mild. On a heavier vehicle, the same mistake can become much more noticeable. The tire may flex too much, heat up faster, or send sharper impacts into the suspension. Bushings, shocks, struts, and steering parts all deal with more load. This is especially important with modern SUVs and EVs because many are heavier than people expect. Add passengers, luggage, tools, or cargo, and the tires become even more important in protecting the suspension. A heavy vehicle has less room for careless pressure habits. The tire must support the weight correctly, or the suspension pays for it slowly. And when the tire sidewall is already short, that margin gets even smaller. Number 3. The low-profile tire problem. Low-profile tires can make a car look better and feel sharper, but they give the suspension less cushion from the road. There is simply less sidewall between the wheel and the pavement. With a taller tire, the sidewall has more room to flex and absorb some impact, With a low-profile tire, there is less rubber doing that job, so pressure mistakes become more important. Too much pressure can make the ride extremely harsh. Too little pressure can make the sidewall flex too much and leave the wheel more vulnerable to impact. This is why cars with large wheels and thin tires often feel rougher over bad roads. The suspension may be perfectly healthy, but the tire has less ability to soften the road before the impact moves upward. For these vehicles, correct pressure is not just a comfort detail. It protects the wheel, the tire, and the suspension from harsher impacts. Once that thin sidewall starts sending more vibration through the car, the next problem is usually blamed on the wrong part. Number 2. The noise that tricks. Almost everyone. Not every suspension noise starts with the suspension. Sometimes road noise, humming, vibration, and harshness begin with the tire before drivers ever suspect it. A tire that is too firm can transmit more road texture into the cabin. A tire that is too soft can create extra movement and uneven contact. A tire that does not match the others can create vibration that feels like a worn bearing, bad shock, or alignment issue. That is where many owners start guessing. They hear more noise, they feel more vibration. The car seems older, so they blame suspension parts first. And sometimes those parts really are worn. But tire pressure should always be checked before expensive conclusions are made. The tricky part is that pressure-related noise builds gradually. The driver adapts to it. The car slowly feels rougher and louder until the change feels normal. That is how a tire pressure issue can hide behind suspension symptoms for months, and weather makes this even harder to catch because it changes pressure without the driver touching anything. Number 1. The damage you notice too late. The most dangerous tire pressure mistake is not one bad reading. It is driving for months with pressure that is slightly wrong, uneven, or never checked properly. That is how suspension wear sneaks in. Every bump becomes a little sharper. Every turn loads the car a little differently. Every pothole sends force through a tire that may not be absorbing correctly. Every mile adds a small amount of extra work to shocks, struts, mounts, bushings, control arms, and steering parts. The car still drives. The tires still look normal. The warning light may never come on. But slowly the ride becomes harsher, the cabin gets louder, and the steering feels less clean. By the time the owner notices, the suspension may have been dealing with extra stress for a long time. That is why tire pressure should not be treated like a small tire-only detail. It is part of how the entire car handles the road. Check it with a real gauge, check it when tires are cold, and check it again after major temperature changes, tire rotations, or heavy loading. Because sometimes the road is not what quietly destroys the suspension. It is the way the tires are delivering that road into the car. So now I'm curious. Do you check your tire pressure regularly, or only when the warning light comes on? Let me know down below. And if practical car videos like this are useful to you, consider subscribing because there's a lot more coming that can help you avoid expensive repairs and keep your car driving smoother for years.